Hey guys, I have a video here from Britannia Unfolded, and it is 18 pub dinners, 60s and 70s Britain loved, but we forgot. Um, I did the British pubs video the other day and got a lot of responses about the food in a lot of these pubs. A lot of people saying do not eat fish and chips from the pub, which is, as an American, that's kind of what you see a lot of is people eating fish and chips in a pub. So that was kind of interesting to me. But I wondered what your all's thoughts might be on this one. I haven't watched it yet. I'm guessing there probably might be some fish and chips in this, but if it's saying that they're kind of not around, then that might not be the case. But I will put the link to this video in the description and let's check it out.
It's a damp Tuesday evening in 1972. You push open the heavy wooden door of your local pub and step into a world that feels instantly warm. The smell of cigarette smoke mixes with the rich aroma of gravy and roasting meat. The chatter is lively, pint glasses clink together, and in the corner, the landlord is chalking up the evening's specials on a worn blackboard. The menu isn't crowded with avocado toast or quinoa salad. It's hearty, honest food. Meals made to satisfy after a long day's work. These were the dishes that filled stomachs, soaked up pints, and became as much a part of British pub culture as the beer itself. Some of them you might still spot here and there. Most, though, have vanished, remembered only in stories and old photographs. Let's bring them back to life, one plate at a time. 1. Plowman's Lunch, the Farmer's Feast. It's midday and the pub is buzzing with tradesmen, farmers, and shopkeepers. A plate, or more often, a thick wooden board, is set down in front of you. On it, a wedge of sharp cheddar, a hunk of crusty bread, pickled onions with enough tang to make your eyes water, and a dollop of chutney. Sometimes there's ham, sometimes an apple, sometimes both. The beauty of it was its simplicity. No cooking required, yet deeply satisfying. Paired with a pint of bitter, the Plowman's was a taste of the countryside, fresh, honest, and filling. 2. Steak and kidney pie, comfort in pastry. The server places the pie down and you can't resist breaking the golden crust with your fork. A puff of steam escapes, carrying the scent of slow-cooked beef, tender kidney, and peppery gravy. Served with creamy mash or chunky chips, this was more than a meal. It was comfort food at its finest. A well-made pie was a badge of pride for any pub cook, and regulars could tell if the filling had been rushed. 3. Gammon steak with pineapple, sweet meets savory. The sizzle of the grill draws eyes from across the room. A thick, pink slice of gammon is flipped, its edges caramelizing. A pineapple ring is placed on top, its juices mingling with the meat. Served with chips and peas, it was a treat meal, often ordered for birthdays or special nights out. That sweet and savory combination might puzzle some today, but back then it was the height of pub sophistication. 4.
Was
Mixed
Let
grill,
me pause this. Was that it looked different in a couple of different pictures. In some of the pictures it looked like just a regular beef steak, and then other pictures it looked like ham steak. Is it either of those? Is it something else? I'm very curious. I know my grandmother used to make ham for like Christmas and Thanksgiving, and it was amazing. But she would always, which isn't odd, she would always stick a bunch of pineapple circles all over it. And she, of course, she loved pineapple. No, her talking about they had made a trip to Hawaii one year, and she said it was the best pineapple she's ever had in her life. So whenever I finally make it over to Hawaii, I'm really excited to try the pineapple. They have a lot of pineapple farms and stuff there.
plate for the brave. The kitchen door swings open, and a plate so large it needs 2 hands to carry is placed before you. Lamb chop, pork sausage, rasher of bacon, fried egg, half a tomato, mushrooms, and sometimes a small steak. It wasn't for the faint-hearted. The mixed grill was the Everest of pub menus, ordered by those with an appetite and a quiet determination to clear their plate. 5. Scampi and chips, a seaside memory. You could almost hear gulls in the distance when this arrived. Golden breadcrumbed scampi, crisp outside, tender inside, piled beside chunky chips. A wedge of lemon glistened on the side, and tartar sauce waited in a small pot. For many, it was a little taste of summer holidays at the seaside, even in the middle of a rainy inland town. 6. Corned beef hash, the working man's fuel. The aroma of frying onions fills the air as diced corned beef sizzles with potatoes in the pan. Edges crisp up, and the whole thing is topped with a fried egg whose yolk runs perfectly over the hash when cut. It was cheap, filling, and perfect for soaking up an evening's worth of beer. In many pubs, it was also a favorite late-night order before closing time. 7. Ham, egg, and chips. Simple perfection. A thick slice of ham, carved fresh from a joint in the kitchen. A fried egg with a yolk that spills like sunshine across the plate.
Wow, commercial. Sorry, guys. Skip it now. There we go.
Hand-cut chips fried in beef, dripping until golden. It was proof that you didn't need complicated recipes to make something unforgettable. Reliable, affordable, and comforting. You could find it in almost every pub. 8. Shepherd's pie, a hug in a dish. A bubbling dish is set before you, the potato topping browned just at the edges. Beneath, minced lamb cooked with onions, carrots, and peas in rich gravy. Sometimes a sprinkle of cheese on top for extra indulgence. It was the perfect antidote to a grey, damp British evening. Each bite tasted like home, even if you'd never made it yourself. 9. Steak and ale stew. Ale in a spoonful. The stew arrives in a deep bowl, its rich, dark gravy telling you it's been simmering for hours. Chunks of beef so tender they fall apart under your fork, potatoes and carrots softened in the broth, and a malty depth from the pub's own ale. With a chunk of bread to mop it up, it was slow cooking at its finest, the kind of meal you lingered over. 10.
The steak and ale looks really good. That's right up my alley with some bread, like you said, to soak it up. It just made me think there used to be a restaurant. I don't know if it was everywhere. I think it was in good portions of the US, but it was in West Virginia. My aunt actually worked at one for a little while, but it was called Steak and Ale. And from what I remember, it was pretty good.
Sausage and mash. The pub's reliable friend. 3 plump sausages nestle into a mound of creamy mashed potatoes, with thick onion gravy flowing over the top and pooling at the edges of the plate. It was affordable, dependable, and loved by everyone from schoolboys to pensioners. Even in the fanciest of pubs, sausage and mash had a place on the menu. 11. Faggots and peas. A taste of tradition. 2 large dark meatballs sit beside a pile of mushy peas, both covered in a ladle of rich brown gravy. Faggots were made from pork offcuts, liver, and herbs, a frugal recipe passed down through generations. Not every pub served them, but in those that did, they were a point of pride. 12th. Lancashire hotpot. The North in a bowl. The dish is still hot from the oven, its layer of sliced potatoes golden on top and tender beneath. The lamb inside is melt in the mouth, the onions soft and sweet, the gravy rich and savory. It was comfort and sustenance in one, a dish that tasted of home, family, and care. 13. Liver and onions. Love it or leave it. The smell is unmistakable, savory, rich, and a little metallic. Slices of liver fried gently with caramelized onions, served with mash and gravy. For some, it was heaven. For others, it was the one menu item they'd never touch. But either way, it was a staple in many pub kitchens. 14.
I know in one of my other videos that had liver and onions, there were a lot of varying opinions. There's some people that absolutely love it, still eat it today, one of their favorite things, and then other people that said no, no, thank you. Um, I don't like the idea of it, so I'm kind of a no thank you person, but I will be the first to say I've never had it. As I said in the comments of the other video, it was something my mom had when she was a kid. She did not like it. She had big opinions on it, and so it was just not something that I grew up around. It was never made for me, which is kind of surprising because I don't know. I could see my dad's mom did a lot of like really southern country food, and I would kind of consider that one of the southern things here. Um, but I was never around when she made it. I don't think she ever did make it, at least not around me. And I lived with her at one point when I was coming out of high school. So um, yeah, I just no, I was never around it. I do see it very occasionally here in the South, and like if you go into like a country kitchen type restaurant, like a diner type place, they might have it, but that's I love that kind of food, and so if I go into one of those places, like there's something that I want in particular, and um just never really thought to even try it, to be honest with you. So, let me know in the comments. Let me know who likes it and who doesn't.
Chicken in a basket. The trendsetter. The novelty was half the fun. Crispy fried chicken and chips served not on a plate, but in a wicker basket lined with paper. It felt casual, a little rebellious, and in the 70s it was considered trendy. The basket craze swept pubs across the country. 15. Pie and mash with liquor. London on a plate. A
Hmm.
deep-filled minced beef pie, creamy mashed potato, and a green flecked parsley sauce known as liquor. Though a London classic, some pubs elsewhere served it to satisfy homesick Londoners. It brought a taste of the East End to wherever you were.
That looks really, really good, you guys. I love mashed potatoes. That was probably my favorite favorite thing growing up. And I also always grew up on like pot pies and stuff like that. So I love like meat and veggies and stuff in the pastry. That's my thing.
16. Bubble and squeak. Waste not, want not. Leftover cabbage, potatoes, and carrots fried together until crisp on the outside and soft in the middle. Named for the sounds it made in the pan, it was often paired with cold meats or a fried egg. It was proof that even scraps could make something worth coming to the pub for. 17. Curry and rice. The pub's exotic experiment. Before curry houses were common, pubs made their own. A mild, powder-based curry with diced chicken or beef, sometimes dotted with sultanas or chopped apple. It might not have been authentic, but it was warming, and felt adventurous at the time. 18. Roast of the day. Sunday's crown jewel. The dining room is packed, the smell of roasting meat filling every corner. On your plate, slices of beef, lamb or pork, roast potatoes crisp on the outside and fluffy within, Yorkshire pudding, seasonal veg, and lashings of gravy. It was more than a meal, it was a weekly ritual. Families lingered for hours and Sundays revolved around it. These 18 pub dinners weren't just food, they were moments in time. They were the smell of gravy on a damp evening, the clatter of plates in a busy kitchen, the satisfaction of a plate cleared and a pint finished. Some may never return to modern menus, but they'll always live in the memories of those who tasted them.
Bath and Body Works and Disney have a new
Another
collection to bring out the villain.
There we go. Oh, well, that was the end of the video anyway. That was a really interesting video. Of course, some of the dishes I've seen before in some of the other videos that we've watched, but there were a lot that I hadn't. Um, yeah, I thought it was very, very interesting. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't checked out my Patreon, please go over there and check it out. The link is going to be in the description of this video. I'm doing full episodes of Black Adder on there right now, but there are a lot of other React videos just like I have on YouTube over there that are exclusive to Patreon. There's also free videos. You just have to sign up and be a member. You don't have to pay, although the paid version obviously gives you access to more stuff in the Black Adder. But I do appreciate you guys for watching. If you like this video, please like it. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Please share the videos with anybody you think would enjoy it. It helps me as a small channel a lot. I really enjoy engaging with you guys and trying to do videos that we talk about and that I think you guys like. Um, if I get like a big enough following here and then possibly over at Patreon, I'm going to start doing some polls so you guys can vote on what kind of videos that I react to. So thank you guys, and I hope you all have a great, great day.